Okay, I think this worked. All the cameras seem to be working. We've got the main camera, we've got the ingredients camera, and we've got the cooking camera. Yay! Hello and welcome to the Quiver channel. It's your host. We are going to be cooking. I used to do this a lot. Just have a live stream while I cooked. Most of the stuff I cook is just basic items. The only thing I've done beforehand is heat up the water and sliced up the onion. So what are we going to make? Some ramen noodles. We're going to fry some sausages and some onions, a few bits and pieces, and make up a meal. We want to add a little bit more water. I heated up the water just so it could. Yeah, a bit more water in there. We'll just wait till people arrive. But it does look as if it works. I mean, I've got a laptop hooked into my two main cameras, and the camera laptop webcam is working okay. I need people to let me know if the audio is okay. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be not set up like in the other room. I might have to buy a couple of better webcams. One of, you can't see really, but my Instapot is being used as a holding location for the camera here. The camera is ledged on the top of the actual rim there. And my other one is duct taped in place. So the cameras could fall down. We could have a problem. We could have issues. But it should be fun no matter what. So, what are we going to do? First of all, basic pack of ramen noodles. Actually, this camera's probably better for that. Spicy version. So I'm just going to put them in the water, and they should take about 3 to 4 minutes to cook. Let's try open this without it all going on the floor. Take out the spicy things. Open up your damn thing. Come on. Put the spice in there. Anything oil as well somewhere. Let's see the oil. We have the oil. We found it. Now I know you can have the ramen on just as it is, and it's perfectly fine. There, those in there. Take the actual, put it in, put the lid on, and I think it's happening. I just put these in a minute. Doggies are getting in the way, which is normal. Doggies are always getting in the way. Now, what do we do now? I can see the chat, so anybody got any ideas or any suggestions for anything to cook on another day? Just ask. So, we need to turn on this. Put in the onions first. Olive oil. A little bit. Don't need much on this. Oh, we're just going to cook and have a bit of a chat. Yeah, I used to do this daily in 2019, but Beryl, stop that. Stop messing with the cables. Bad dog. And when I gave one of my computers away, that was the computer that used to be in here. So I couldn't do it anymore. So, A tip. When it comes to onions like this, I like them chunky like this. When you've got your onions in here, you know when they're almost ready, when they actually split apart themselves, when they start to fall apart. Need a knife. Where's my knife? This is, and you were prepared for this. Going to slice up a little bit of butter. Don't need to do much to them. Just left them everywhere. I don't know. I want the sausages to be a bit broken up. There is method to my madness. Let's tune that down a little bit. That's 7. This is about a 10-12 minute meal to cook. That's all it takes. And you're turning a basic pack of noodles into something a little bit special or a little bit crazy. So the sound level seems to be okay at the moment. It's not going to be perfect because this is all set up very janky like. Yeah. You're in the wash as well. There you go, the dishes. I think I'm going to add some garlic to this as well. I need a few. But yeah, if you want to talk to me, if you want to ask about what we're doing, all we're doing is ramen, fried sausages, onions, a few bits and pieces extra, salt, pepper, some paprika. I'm going to put some paprika in because I really like it. And I don't think I need mixed too, because the spice that comes along with the actual ramen is quite cool. That's that all. I think some time. I'm now going to put the sausages. These are just cheapest sausages you can get from the local supermarket. Now, it doesn't matter at all if they stick to the bottom, because this is just part one of the cooking. So actually sticking to the bottom does no harm. No. That will change once the second part of the cooking goes. What am I cooking? Yeah, so I am cooking ramen noodles, which are cooking just over to the side here. Sausages, onions. I've got a few extra things I'm going to add to it. So as you can see, the sausages and onions are just frying in there. The noodles, the ramen are just in the pan there. Everything's fine. Actually, oh, what are you doing under there? I don't know what they're always doing down there, but you're just going to let that. Be adding other things as we go. Yeah, feel free to ask any questions as you go along. This is the two-stage cooking I taught you. Once the sausages are fried a bit more, I will be adding something else. So, smells gorgeous. Ooh. Yeah, ask me anything you want on the actual channel while we're doing this. Yeah, it's been a long time since doing that. We're using my old laptop and I've got everything sorted in a mess at the moment. But if this works, if people like this, then I'll continue to do it again. It is nice to do this kind of thing. It's looking very nice actually. I mean, the definition on the colour isn't brilliant on that, but it's not bad to be able to see it. I'm going to take this lid off here and put it in there. Keep that. Noodles are really fine. I'm going to break up the sausages because turning them into more like a mincemeat really than sausages now. So just get it all going to the point that I do the next part. So it's just ramen noodles, spicy ramen noodles. I've put the sachet that came with it in there. And this is onions and cheap sausages. So it's a very cheap meal actually. Those together are probably £1.50 in total. And we have a choice to make in here. What's that anyway? Yeah, that'll all come up in a bit in this time. I would say that that's ready for the second part. The second part is this. You turn off the noodles. Oh, out. Over there. Put yours on the other. Yeah. You can have that there. Got a bed down there in the corner. So let's. You turn. Take. There. Now we have a choice. You see, at this point in time, I can slowly see all the bits and pieces that were stuck to the bottom will now come off the bottom of the pan and just add to the flavour. So there won't be anything left on the bottom of the pan burnt on. Yeah. First pot done. Yeah, it's picking up okay. Now I'm going to add some paprika to this. I do like paprika. I don't do measurement like that in amount. I put in what I know that I like. Everybody else should do the same. Because meals are taste is very subjective. Meals are very subjective. Right, so, okay. Now, I'm going to add some, because this, I'm going to add some chickpeas. So I need some chickpeas, which is just a can of chickpeas into there. And this can go two ways. I can add more liquid and turn it into a soup, or we can let it dry out. Well, let it reduce, be more like a drier noodle. I'm going to let this reduce. Now the one other, this might seem weird. I'm going to, no, I don't need to add anything else. I'm going to leave it as that. What we are going to add is a little bit of cayenne pepper. Not too much, because this will make it, it's already a spicy one, so I don't want that's enough, actually. Don't want to overdo it. No. There you have it. I'm going to let this slowly reduce. Nothing's stuck on the bottom of the pan now. smells gorgeous. It's really nice. All it is sausage and a sliced up onion. Cool, slice up the onion however you want. Some people like it thin, some like it chunky. Fry them up on a pan. Boil a pack of ramen or crazy noodles, silly noodles, any of the kind of noodles that you get out there. You can do with the same kind of thing with it. But you don't have to have meat in this dish. You can instead add whatever you'd like into it. Even without the meat, with the onions and the chickpeas, it's a nice meal. I just like meat in my meals, so that's me. But if you're doing a vegan meal or something, you can do the same meal, but without the meat. Or you can use, mushrooms. I haven't got any mushrooms in, but I've got a shopping come tomorrow. So I'll have mushrooms tomorrow. This here and then put the window. And open the window on the other side just to give a bit of one. Open the back door for a little bit, just to let some of the steam out. Right. But yeah, chicken goes nice in one of these. Ham, of course pork, because pork is the standard thing you have in a ramen dish. And you turn the simple pack of noodles into a really nice meal. You don't have to have chickpeas in there. This is what I call the base meal. The base part of it is the noodles. Everything else you add is completely up to you. And as I say, I'm going to reduce this slowly. It's already thickening up, because I'm having it more like, not as a soup, as it were. So the actual cameras seem to work okay. I do have an open tin of potatoes here, which I didn't know whether I'd use. I might put a few in. These are just a tin of peeled new potatoes in water. So all I'm going to do is get a couple of them out, put them up a little bit, and put a few little bits of potato in there as well. Why not? There. Put the rest of these in the fridge. It's in the fridge. I've got cables everywhere. So now I'm going to turn this down a bit more. Turn it down to about, because this is going to start sticking to the bottom if I don't stir it. It's ready, but sweet this is. You see, it's reduced quite a lot. You kept all the flavour in there. I'm going to have a little bit of taste of that. I don't want to burn myself. That tastes gorgeous. Really does. Yeah, I don't have any cheese in the house at the moment. I've got a shopping come tomorrow with lots of bits and pieces, because I'm going to do this every day. Great stuff every day. Cheese would go nice in it, yeah. Although cheese, when you put cheese in this kind of thing, it does actually stick to the bottom quite badly. So you want to do it right near the end. But yeah, a nice cheese would go nice in this. As you can see, the liquid's almost completely reduced now. That is, how long did this? 20 minutes. That is ready to eat. Quite a lot, but it does smell gorgeous. That is a really nice. That's my meal for the night. So, any questions? Yes. The stream seems to work okay, and this laptop seems to be able to handle it okay. Is the sound quality okay? I've set up some filters on it so it doesn't. We don't get too much of the noise of the cooking. But this is just perfect. Well, perfect hours. I'll upload this to the channel as well. Very good. Yeah. So now that I've got this working, I'm going to do it every night, unless something comes up. But once I finish my normal stream, about 4:30, I'll feed the dogs, and then I'll cook a meal of some kind. I love that I'm using the rim of my Instapot as a stand for this camera over here. But no, this is nice, this is. Yeah. So all it was a simple pack of ramen, some chickpeas, onions, sausages, and some potatoes in there. And it does smell really nice. I'm going to shut the windows now because it's quite cold over here. It's about 4 degrees. Alexa, what's the temperature?
At the moment, it's 8 degrees
Oh, 8
Celsius.
degrees.
Tonight, you can expect a low of 4 degrees.
Right, well that shut up. Yeah, so I'm really happy with that. It's a nice thing. I can actually turn this off now. Come back. There. I'll have a look at the footage later, but I think the actual colour on this isn't that bad. Although I'll need to figure out a stand for my camera here because the duct tape is actually peeling off. My duct tape isn't sticking. Which cuisine? Which cuisine? Anything. Curries, pasta, Italian, Chinese, British cooking. I like full-size meals. I like potato meals. I like anything. I like variety. So I will try anything. Just starting to stick to the bottom now. That is perfectly done. All of the tomato. I suppose I could actually freeze half of this and have it tomorrow. I don't know. Freeze half of that and have it tomorrow. I don't know. All I know is that it's really nice. So, any questions? Because I will. What I'm probably going to do is start the chat a bit earlier. Yeah. The potatoes do look a little bit like egg because that's a classic thing to put half an egg into the ramen. It's a classic thing. Like, if I had decided in the central bit, I could have added more liquid to this and turned it into a soup. It would have been a thick soup. But instead I wanted to have it as a fire one. That's fine. So I will say goodbye unless anybody else wants to ask about this. It's a very simple meal. And I can tell you that smells gorgeous and tastes really nice. So thank you for coming. And you all have a good night, and I will be streaming Valhalla a bit later. So bye bye.